Hello YouTube, this is part 2. I want to take a look at Soon. I think that's her name. It's Soon. Soon-Yi. Soon-Yi. And I want to take a look at her. So Soon. I know I still don't do this. So Soon. I know, I want to do a reading on just Mia too. Because that relationship reading didn't say too much. It just showed a lot of anger and stuff. And him trying to appease his burden with Soon. Okay, so this is Soon. Soon, 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 Soon. There she is, look at. She still feels like the little girl. She still feels like the little girl. Even though she's a grown woman right now, she's still mentally a little girl. And the Prince of Swords is going forth, not on thought, but on actions. So, you know, her thoughts are still conflicted. If you look at all this up here, her thoughts and her feelings and what she did and going forth is still conflicted. It wasn't from a good place. Underneath that is the Four of Cups. This is what she felt was her foundation. Underneath that for her security. Even though, you know, she went forth on these bad thoughts and these feelings and this confusion. There was a lot more going on than what we appeared to be. There was a lot more going on, but underneath that is her foundation of her feelings, of her emotional self. She's still in the contemplative. She sees what she has, but she didn't see what she's not seeing it all. She's just seeing in front of her. She didn't see what she's missed. The Princess of Swords. In the back, there's another girl. I think that's Dylan. And she feels the loss of her sister. She feels the loss of her sister. And she doesn't see a hope of that relationship getting back. On her is the Ace of Cups, new relationships. I don't know if she had a new relationship with the new, if she just had a new kid. I'm not sure how old she is or had a kid soon. Or that she's added to her family. She either had a boy or has right now, she's looking for some relationship sexually with a younger man. So that's either here nor there. Let's see. It's still the foundation. She's very isolated. She still feels like Woody is her protector. That she doesn't have to fight, that he fights for her. That she can just take a moment to rest and breathe. And that, you know, she is feeling very isolated. She's feeling very isolated, but she's looking for something. She's still looking for something. She's still trying to feel whole. Emotionally, she left a lot emotionally behind. She left a lot emotionally behind. When she went forth with this relationship with Woody. I think she was sexualized too young, and she left a lot of emotional things behind. And she feels very vulnerable right now. And she feels very conflicted. She feels very isolated. She feels like she did this to herself. That her movements are limited. Everything is limited. Her thoughts are limited. Her dreams are limited. Her actions are limited. She feels like she's kind of trapped. And she feels like she kind of did it to herself. Here's another four. The four of the foundations. For her physical foundation, for her physical need, for like security and abundance. She let, you know how I said you give up, like how we say Americans, we're giving up our freedoms for security. That's what she did. She gave up her freedoms for security. So I'm still thinking that she's still a little girl. She has some type of mental, the fours, her foundations, whether her foundation of who she is, because a lot of the fours are coming out. Her physical self, her mental self, her emotional self is not as advanced. It's not as the foundation of who she is. She gave up everything to feel safe, for security. She felt safe by Woody, which Woody is an emperor. He's someone that you would feel safe with. So she gave up who she was to feel safe. She became what she wanted him to be. He sexualized her way younger than when she was 21. Trust that. That's why he married her, and that's why he's still with her. She could do whatever she wants to him. He would never divorce her. He will let her do whatever she wants to do, because he has so much guilt, because what he did was wrong. He knew what he did was wrong with her, and he is trying to appease the guilt that he has within her. It's not based on love. I didn't see any love in any. It was based on sex, and he could boss her. He couldn't boss. He could control her. She was young. She was fertile. That's what he looked at. She was young and fertile. I want to see their relationship. So this is part 2. And then maybe later on today I'll do part 3 in regards to Dylan and Woody. And then I want to see Mia too by herself, so we'll see. So this is Woody and Soon. Woody and Soon's relationship. And where is their relationship now? The Princess of Swords. The relationship now is she's thinking more. She doesn't know how to fight. Her sword is down, so that means that she doesn't really know how to fight. But she's thinking more. Her thoughts are more important. She has more thoughts. She's working on, forming a plan of what, I don't know. The Two of Cups. She does have feelings for him. Look at, this is a old man, looks like Julius Caesar, and a young woman. So, there is love. There is a relationship between her and him. I'm not sure about his part, because I didn't see that. She catered to him a lot. She catered to him a lot, and he, she catered to him a lot. I think in the beginning, the relationship was very sexual. She catered to him a lot. She made him feel manly. She made him feel like the emperor. Three of Pentacles. Coming together for a purpose. That's where he is now. He's just staying together for the purpose right now. She still loves him, but he's more of working together for a purpose. I keep seeing, do they have a son? I'm not sure. I keep seeing a little boy. But coming together for a purpose. She want from him. There is, look at that. When I said her mind, remember I said her thoughts. Here it is too. She still feels vulnerable. He still feels like he's the monster, and he's on defense. He's on defense with her. His words are probably very sharp. She still feels vulnerable with him. She loves him, but she understands. She understands that the relationship, she's kind of starting to understand what she gave up for this relationship, her security, for her freedom. And there is someone else in this relationship. Oh, I didn't even see that. So yes, it's not only there's someone else. So there's like 3 people in this relationship. I don't understand it, but there's 3 people in this relationship. One is very vulnerable. One was like, he sexually abused her. He sexually abused Sun when she was young. He sexualized her young. I can see her. Now this looks like her. I don't know who this woman is. This woman that can't sleep. I don't know if that's the door. I don't know who that is, because in the other reading, this is the sister that showed up. So I'm not sure if this is the sister, but I think there was some vulnerability there. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look at that, but I see Sun right here. To me, it's sickening, but what I see in this card is sickening. There's Sun right there. And she looks like she's on all fours and he's behind her. So I'm saying that he would do anything to defend his relationship with her. I think he just sexualized Sun, and she was someone he could sexualize. She ended up loving him though. Six of Cups. He thinks fondly. He thinks back. He knows he's a lot of things, you know, like I said, his guilt. He looks back. This is like looking back at like family. And look at, it's kids sitting down. He knows he's constantly looking back at, oh my God, when he looks at her, I think he sees her as a kid sometimes. He thinks of his children or the other children that were in the house that he was with 12 years ago. He's constantly thinking back, kind of thinking back. The Five of Pentacles, she's lost a lot. And it doesn't look like a window of hope for her. She lost a lot to get this relationship. She has lost a lot to get this relationship. 5, he's in conflict. Constant conflict. Constant conflict. Fighting himself. Constant conflict. Constant conflict. 3 of Wands. Page of Swords, Prince of Swords. Coming together for a purpose. I think also this is the page of the Prince of Swords. I think he has a horrible time with his son. His son is not, I think it's Ronan, is not happy and is constantly attacking him. And he's trying to keep the higher ground and defend himself by not letting things bother him, but it is. So there's an active of people coming together to go forth and go after Woody. And Woody's trying to act like, but nothing given, nothing gained. He feels he deserves it. Nothing given, nothing gained. He knows what he did was wrong. Yeah. He knows what he did is wrong, but he's okay with what he did. Even though mentally he's conflicted, you know, he's not really going to fight. He's not really, his swords are down. He's not really going to fight. He just needs a break. He just needs a break. He's tired. He's tired. He's tired. He doesn't have the will to fight anymore. So that's the relationship between Sun. I don't know if that made sense. In the other readings I'm going to do in regards to, I just think that he knows what he did was wrong. I think that the little girl looked at him as security. You know how sometimes when someone's young, a young girl looks at someone and they never felt safe. Remember, she was adopted. Who knows where she came from? Who knows what her life was before that she came into this household? And when she looked at him, even though he's a tiny man, he has the energy of the emperor. So he has this very masculine energy, very loving energy, very, you know, like a good father energy. And little girls look at that and, you know, she took those feelings and she felt security with him. She felt protected. And he didn't look at her like a little girl. He looked at her and he sexualized her, you know, from a young age. So I don't think that he waited till she was 21. I have no idea. I'm thinking more younger. I'm thinking more, I'm thinking younger. I'm thinking younger. 12, 13, maybe 13, 12 or 13. He started sexualizing her and looking at her as a sexual woman. As a mother of, you know, all those things that you shouldn't be thinking of that little girl. I don't know how old Mia was when they adopted her. I have no idea, but he never looked, if she adopted, since she was about 12 to 13, he was looking at her inappropriately. And what I said to Mia is, how didn't you figure that out? How didn't you not see this? How? Why would you, you know, how much time alone were they, you know? How can you act so morally superior and felt like you are, you know, so much better when you allow this to happen under your nose? So that's a lot to happen. So this is just one aspect, and I want to do a couple of other readings in regards to this. But I feel like Soon looks at him. She still is looking at him as a father figure. Basically, she does love him, but I think he was her first sexual experience. I also seen another little girl, a white girl with blonde hair, so that could be Dylan. I don't know. That maybe Sun took the place of Dylan. I don't know. But there was another girl with the picture that I seen, I didn't see it before until that. So was Sun doing this? You know, I don't know. Was there a competition between Sun and her sister? I have no idea. Did she take it? I don't know. But we'll see more when I look at Dylan and Woody. I hope this readings make sense. Let me know. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.